I think the last thing we want to have is prescriptive. To tell the company what they need to do, because we believe that the company will find an equilibrium. I think one way for us is to specify and state the principle, what is desirable, exactly, right? And basically let the company live up to the desirability as it is. And then let the market forces basically shape the choices of the company as it is. So you must also not forget, the company by appointing the members of the AC sends signals to the market. The question I want to ask is, will investors, the savvy one, invest in a company where none of the AC members are recruited, don't have any knowledge of finance and accounting? Exactly. So we want to leave it to the market to deal with some of these signaling devices in their own so-called best practice as it is. Of course, there is also a need for the regulators to make some prescription. The fact that we have minimum of 3 members in AC is a prescriptive. Right? Why not 4? Why not 5? Why not leave it that you have some members who do it? So in that sense, the balance is always, where do we balance the prescriptive part? Where do we balance leaving it to the market basically to balance itself? So I think, as I agree with Chairman, our thought in these research studies is that we have brought up certain issues which we think there is basically a concern, and it's something for the company, for the FGF, the regulators to talk about and see how they can bridge this gap as it is. Maybe to further clarify what is a financially trained person, and then maybe for the companies and the regulators ultimately to agree what is best in the interest of Singapore as a financial hub.
Having these people in, assuming that we can achieve to get formally financially trained people to be in the AC. So my concern is that, are these people committed to sit on the AC, or are they just satisfying the letter of the law? You see, they might not be committed, something that is a qualitative substance that you have to look at, or they might not have the time to do it. So if you look at this table and you have some people with 10 audit committee members and a chairman with 8, if you look at quarterly reporting, I reckon an AC member need to sit most probably 6 times for one company. If you have 10, so you have to sit on 60 times. Right. Now, the reporting is done 45 days or 60 days after the cut-off of your financial quarter. The question you have to ask is, can they do it? Are they overstretched? It's a question that they got to ask themselves, and how the market perceives it.
Indeed, we have a few messages that, as you saw the conclusion just now. One of these conclusion is we believe that, for the definition of, accounting and related knowledge to be eligible to be audit committee members, we believe that that needs to be, to be further refined because that is far too generic. So if there is one conclusion that we draw, and also the study also showed that, majority of the members should have that, but it shows that it's not 100%. We believe that, it should be 100%, but again, this is corporate governance code. The requirement of the Singapore Exchange listing rule is you comply. If you don't, you explain. So if you look at it from that context, they have not non-complied per se. But we believe that given the complexity in the accounting rules, in this complex business world, now with the economic downturn and the economic crisis turmoil, that we believe that that percentage, need to be up a lot more. Ideally, we thought, it should be 100%. If people who do not have majority of their audit committee members who have that accounting and related knowledge, then we just wonder, why do they not have that, as prescribed by the corporate governance code that is now residing as part of the listing rule. Now the requirement is you either comply, if you don't, you explain. You still comply by not complying if you explain. But from our perspective, indeed, that study shows that we believe as an institute that you must increase the statistics.
I think for me, from the perspective of an educator, what I'd like to see is for us to continue to push the boundary. I think if we really want to be a world-class financial center, I think we must not leave any stone unturned. So we have to constantly look at all the stones and see whether we turn them around and see whether we can. The things that we are doing right now, can we do them better? But without creating more burden on the system. As I said, so it is a very fine equilibrium that we have to deal with. We must push the boundary at an acceptable cost as it is. And I think this study brings up, hopefully it's a timely study that we have to quote with us for about 3-4 years as it is, 4 years plus, for us to take a milestone, take a snapshot as to what is happening, how has the code benefited us. And maybe the next thing for us to do is to re-look at the code and say, what boundary can we push them further? What improvements can we make? So that we can continuously improve to make us into a great financial market.
As the national accountancy body, indeed, we are privileged and we are very grateful that with the help of NUS, we are able to commission this study. What remains to be seen, of course, is we hope that whatever that we have found doesn't stop there, because our interest is one of public interest. We know what Singapore wanted to achieve. Singapore wanted to build, this place as, a global financial center, and that we believe, to be a global financial center, there are various pieces of the jigsaw puzzle to put together, and we believe that, this aspect of the audit committee that forms the backbone of the, so-called the finance within a listed company becomes very crucial. And we hope that this study, will be able to help, and more so to help Singapore, to advance in this